Welcoming Steve Montgomery back to the program, the Creepy Weasel, getting ready to battle against Daniel Kelly coming up here in UFC 193. We were actually talking about hair here a moment ago. That's quite the mullet you have going on. Is that what it was started out as? Like you woke up, a year ago and said, I'm going to grow a mullet and this is what I want to have right now?
It was more the fact that I couldn't grow a beard. I felt weak. So I had to grow hair out of one end. So I was like, let's let a little rat tail grow. And it became much more than that.
It's kind of your moniker now. Like I kind of expect it every time I talk to you. Like if you were to cut it off, I'd be a little confused. Like who's this answering his phone? Like I don't really know what's happening.
Yeah. People took it further than I expected. So I'm not going to complain. Any press is good press.
Is it a pain in the ass to take care of? Especially
No.
grappling and everything. You think it'd get knotted up and ratted? Nothing?
No. You just tie it up with some plastic little hair ties, and it's easy, man. That's the thing about a mullet. The dirtier it gets, the more natural it becomes.
Filthy.
There's no maintenance.
So, hair care is dialed in. How's training camp going so far?
Training's going awesome, man. It's really they gave me the perfect amount of time to get ready, and I was already in shape. So it was just a matter of, trying to hone in on a certain type of opponent and working on some things on the feet, the clinch, the ground, just specifics for this guy. So it's been going really well.
Well, you say specifics for this guy. Like, what specifics are you talking about?
Just basically, I worry more about my weapons, but at the same time, those weapons have to be adjusted. Obviously, if the guy's a right-hander, I'm not going to just sit there and run at a certain angle into his power. So I'm still going to throw head kicks. I'm still going to throw jabs. It's just about the angles you exit on. Same thing in the clinch. If I was fighting a 6'5" guy in the clinch, it might be a little more of a grappling clinch. This guy's a little shorter. It might be more of a tie clinch. Just depends on what he does. But it's just about adjusting my weapons to a specific body.
Can we go back for a minute and talk about Tony Sims and what happened in that fight?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to fix. You're worrying about your weapons in this fight, and the weapons you used last fight didn't work out correctly. But you didn't get the victory in that one. So what happened? You got KO'd by punches. It was about 3-minute mark or so in the first round. So it wasn't like it happened right away. What kind of happened in that fight that you're able to improve upon for this fight?
Well, in that fight, there was things going right, things going wrong. I think one thing in general is just a mind state. I had this mind state of, this is the first of many, it's going to be 25 fights in the UFC, and here's the first one. Let's go out there and have a great time. When it really should be more along the lines of, hey, even if I win this fight, I could get in a car accident tomorrow. This could be your last time every time you get out there. So, fight like that. Do or die. This could be your last one. If this is the last performance you're ever going to have, this is how people are going to remember you. So that was one thing. The angle I cut, he was switching a lot from southpaw to orthodox, which I knew he was going to do. And I caught him with a little, it was going to be a kick, caught him with a knee. And I got a little overconfident in the sense of all right, let's just relax now. Let's play with this guy. When here's this dude, he's like a caged dog that you just prodded at. He's gonna bite hard, and I didn't realize he switched southpaw. So instead of feinting in a jab and getting off to my left away from his power, I feinted a jab to throw a lazy cross and go to the right, which was right into his overhand left. And before that feint even got finished, he had already bombed me with the left hand. So some technical error, a couple of mental things. I also took a lot of things away that I did right. So I just try to correct the things I did wrong and add on to the things I did right.
So now, does that make training camp harder or easier for you with that kind of mindset? You're like, okay, I can fix the stuff that I did wrong.
That's a good question too. To me, it makes it more about quality. It makes the camp more quality. So you're not going to see me in the gym doing, I only did 6 sessions a week last time. Let's do 30. You won't see me like that. But the sessions that I do each week are a lot more quality. And two, that fight was on 9 days notice, so I didn't really get to have a really strict camp. This time I can build on things. I can say, okay, this guy's good here. This is the weapon I should use to stop him. Let's try to do it in camp against this guy who's good there as well. So I have a lot of really good training partners that mimic this guy and that I think are better versions of this guy. So when I work in camp every day, I'm meeting goals every day. Okay, today I want to hit 25 jabs and not get hit after it. Did I do it? Oh, I hit 30. Okay, cool. I broke that goal for today. I met it. And same thing with the grappling, the strength and conditioning even, with the sprints on a treadmill, I up the speed and I keep meeting new speeds. So every day I'm having these little victories and I'm in that same mindset. This could be your last training session. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I'm becoming a lot more thankful for each session, which to
Good.
me adds quality to it.
What about training partners? Are you finding good enough training partners to bang around with, or is it difficult?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, really good training partners. I mean, we have so many southpaws and great southpaw grapplers, great southpaw strikers. There's been a couple of guys that have been Daniel Kelly, not to say he's a bad striker, he's just a different style. And we've had some guys that are just too fast and almost too technical. Whereas I need a guy who's going to come in, throw in some basic punches, but to land hard. So we've had to find less technical guys to get more like bangers. For this type of want to bang in, get in tight, clinch me, and take me down and torture me.
So it sounds like you have a good game plan put together. You finally get a full training camp as opposed to 9 days. Will they give you 6 weeks for this one to get ready?
Oh, it was 7. And I mean, the training camp's no excuse. Tony had it harder than I did, Tony, I don't know what kind of shape he was in, but he's the one who had to travel from Colorado. It was in my hometown. I was supposed to be fighting at 85 the week before, so my weight was down where it needed to be anyway. So, the training camp's no excuse for him being a good boxer who switches stances. I'm a 6'4" guy up a weight class. So, we both had our challenges, and I made a technical mistake, and it just is what it is. So I take from that, and I'm ready to show off what's coming this next fight.
What's your weight right now?
Right now, probably 196.
What will you be day of weigh-in? Will you wake up on weight, or are you one of those guys that has to cut weight the morning of?
I'll barely have to cut anything. I mean, I'll probably day of weigh-in, I will honestly probably have eaten like pasta or something the night before, and I'll go do a hot yoga class, or I'll go sit in the sauna and probably sweat off 5 or 6 pounds. 85 to me making 85 is nothing. And one thing I'm happy about is I don't really ever get over 200 pounds. I had to diet a lot to stay in range for 170, but at 85, I feel great. I'm eating a lot, and I don't just feel strong against 85ers. I've been rolling with 205ers. I went and helped Glover get ready for OSP. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I took some lumps there, but I felt strong, I've had good guys say, hey, man, if you got to go to 205, it won't be a problem. So I feel really strong.
At 6'4", you're super tall for 170, but you're still really tall for 185. Did you notice a big reach disadvantage jumping from 70 to 85?
I really just noticed that my jab has more on it now.
Okay.
So I'm still taller. I've sparred with some tall guys as well, some 6'3" and 6'4" guys, and I still feel long because my jab's stronger. I'm in and out quicker. I honestly, I used to be really short in high school. I'm used to being short, so I kind of like fighting like a shorter fighter naturally. But I'm learning how to use my length with that. And at 85, I'd like to fight some tall guys so I could get in and get out and make them have to try to keep me outside.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. There's a bunch of guys now that are getting taller that want to make that step up, and without even calling anybody out, that someone's going to hear this interview and be like, "Oh yeah, he called me out. I'm 6'3". He called me out." Relax.
It's those short guys, man. You like Tony. I got caught for 1 second punching down or aiming down, and he came right over top. Those are the guys that'll get you sometimes.
Yeah,
and I'm sure. You know what I like though, and I do really like this. Daniel Kelly, in my mind, is a bigger version of Tony Sims. Obviously, not the same style in the feet, and he's more of a grappler. But he's a southpaw. He's 6 feet tall. He's big. He's an 85. So I feel like it's a really good chance for redemption and to show what I learned from the last loss.
Good. Now, Steve Montgomery getting ready to do battle here with Daniel Kelly going over to Australia. I gotta ask you though. This is a big trip for you, like going all the way to Melbourne. That's a long way. It's not. It's like an 18-hour trip coming from Florida. So it's a long. It's a long day. It's a long trip. Have you had a trip like this before? You've had to travel overseas for competition. Ever. Are you excited?
Oh yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I did everything right when I got the call. And what's funny too is when Robbie, and that's another person I've been doing movement with, Robbie Lawler.
He's horrible. He's horrible to do movement.
Yeah, terrible.
He sucks.
Terrible. So it's like I've been working with him, and when I heard he was on the card to fight against Carlos, I had a daydream go through my head right away, like, oh man, if I could be on that card. And then I didn't find out till he was off of it. But either way, I had already kind of in my heart been prepared for it. So when I got the call, I immediately just started figuring out travel plans. Okay, you need to get there 10 days early. You need to do this. Here's who you need to bring. So I've got great people going with me.
Good.
Great training partners, great energy. I'm leaving. I think I'll get there 10 days before the fight on the 5th. So I
Good.
have plenty of time, man. I'll be ready to rock and roll, and
Smart.
I'm just excited, dude. Really excited.
Good. Thanks so much for coming out here, Steve, man. I'm glad things are going well. I'm glad you're getting the redemption. Obviously, I've seen a couple of your fights from before. I don't think that was your best outing, your last fight in the UFC. So, and that, of course, being your first fight, everyone wanted to say it was ring rust or whatever, but I knew something else was off. Yeah.
I felt so comfortable. I remember getting in the cage and looking at the canvas and thinking in my head. I still remember the words. I thought, about damn time in my head. Yeah. But you know what? Regardless, it could always be your last. So you need to fight that and stay sharp like that. And I think that's a good fire under someone's ass to keep there, you know? All
right, brother. Well, have a good rest of your training camp. Enjoy yourself and have fun over there in Australia.
Thank you, Frank. Keep that beard strong, man.
Trying to.
Have a
Talk
good day.
to you later.